Hey all, Gavin here. Before Nats, I wanted to just try around with different decks I liked. And the one that really came up is Odion. Odion's been one of my favorite decks that has come out in the past couple months. I actually took this to a regional not too long ago. I think this deck has a lot of potential and it's very good to take into Nats. I ended up going X1 today. I played against a lot of meta, and I think this deck was really good. This is probably one of the better combo decks of the format. So yeah, let's hop right into it. I'm playing Odion Fiendsmith. I think this is the best way to play this deck. You can play pure Odion, but I don't think pure Odion is very good into Malice, especially since they're playing cards like Lingering Bow. And I think this specific strategy gives you ways to beat Malice. So we have Triple Man with the Mark. You want to max out on seeing it. You really want to max out on your field spell. After saying that, I kind of lied. I'm only playing 2 Anubis. The reason why is that this card is very good to have, right? But I want to try playing less of it because this card just gets you to man and has you lose to Droll. Droll is in every main deck right now, so I think cutting down on copies of this card is very nice. You don't really want to go down to 1, because then if you play 1, you can't play Merciless, unless you're playing cards like Nib, and I don't think Nib in the main deck right now are very good in this specific strategy. Oh my god. I think Nib is very good, but I tried without it today, and it was fine. Only missed it really once, but that's something we can talk about into the non-engine. If you don't know, Merciless the Scorpion just banishes a level 10 rock monster from your deck to summon it. Crazy, it's Anubis the Last Judge. This card's also crazy being Construct and being able to search the other half. It's basically another Man with the Mark, but Man with the Mark just does so much more with the protection and everything. This just makes your board all towers. But yeah, these are all your Anubis monsters or your Tomb Keeper monsters. You don't want to play too many. They're all normal summons. They all basically do the same thing. And it helps you get into your trap monsters. Next is the Fiendsmith package. You play Triple Engraver, 1 Lacrima, 1 Lurry. You don't want to play too much. You don't want to max out on Lacrima. Just a 1 Brick Lurry and a 1 Engraver. It's fine. The Anubis actually works pretty well with this package because it has you draw off of Necroquip. It's basically like you're playing Fiendsmith Ryziel. Actually, it kind of plays a lot like Fiendsmith Ryziel if you think about it, if you play the 1 trap monster. I do not. Anguish Pattern, which I'll show you guys as we get into the profile. But yeah, this is easily the best package of the deck. Just as you have infinite grind game, especially with this, you are never grinding out. You can just push through everything. And yeah, these are all the engine monsters. It's not a lot. Next are the hand traps. We play Triple Fuvalos. These are the cards of the format. You want to basically play as many Moltres as possible, as many as you can fit in. I can only fit in 3. I was playing 6 in Mitsurugi, but I think 3 is fine. I also want to try out different non-engine today, so you guys will see that in the profile, but I think this card is very fantastic. We then play Triple Droll. Droll is good in everything in the format except for Malice, but it's okay. You can just side it out for one of the bomb cards into them anyway. So yeah, card's fantastic in main. Triple Ash, it's another way that you can beat their Charmies. When they Fuvalos you when you're going into your main combo, it's fine, because then you can just Ash it. You also play Crossout and Called By, so you have basically 5 ways, 8 ways counting Droll. Fantastic. This is something I wasn't too sure about, but I wanted to play Bell. Bell was something that in testing has been very good, so I wanted to try it out in a deck other than Mitsurugi to see how I was liking it. This was the best hand trap of the day. It covers a lot more than you think it would. It just stops a lot of people from going full combo, and it's a very good card to be paired. So yeah, this was the MVP of the deck all day. Next to the Bestials. This is actually very similar to the list I played at the regional about 2-3 months ago. These cards I did not expect to be as good as they were. You see a lot of decks cutting these, but into Mitsurugi they're very good. Into just random other decks, because you have the Mitsurugi decks, and then you have the Malice decks, and you have everything underneath, and all the decks underneath are playing Fiendsmith or anything else. That's where I would count this deck, and these just cook everything. Also, if you have a Druisworm, you can just out a Detonator as well. These were fantastic. I am very glad I tried these out today. These are a card, if you're going into national seasons, I think these 5 cards are fantastic. And then the 1 Imperm. I don't think Imperm is the best card in your main deck right now anyway. This hand trap is very mid. So I just played 1 of for Crossout, because this deck can lose to a random Imperm. Imperm on man can suck. So yeah, just being able to cross out, it's fantastic. That's all the hand traps. Next are the engine pieces. Triple Treasure of the King. This card is fantastic. A non-once per turn search. You can only activate once per turn, right? But then, like, let's say you search on a second turn with this card, and then you play down another one to get another search. Fantastic. That's why we play 4 copies of it. We're also playing 1 Temple of the King, so we can do the main combo. When this deck does its main combo, you can just never lose. It just ends on so much your opponent can't out it. Then the Fiendsmith cards, double tracked. And then let's just play the 1 Paradise too. I wanted to play Sanct because this deck actually kind of loses a draw. But the issue is that I wasn't able to find my Sanct before the day, so I wasn't really able to test it out. In theory, the card's very good. If I end up playing this deck again, I'll try Sanct in this list to see how it feels. But yeah, you don't want to activate Engraver and then pass. Sanct just gives you another option so that you're able to activate Sanct and then go off into your combo. Because it's okay to end on a trap monster plus a DDD. That's just enough. And if you activate Sanct, you can also get to Paradise. If you have any questions on that, I can like post a combo video or I can answer in the comment section. But yeah, Sanct is a crazy card. I don't know why people aren't on it. The blowouts, you have Trinity right here, Called by, Talents, and Crossout. I was not the biggest believer in Crossout Designator, but the more and more I've been playing at this format, it just feels incredible. Just being able to tell my opponent no. Called by the Grave is also a fantastic option, like you always want to see it. And then Triple Tactics, Talents, and then the same boat. I was not a believer in this card for the longest time, but I tried it today. Into Malice, it's like kind of mid, right? Because if they go full combo, like this card's trash. But because your deck can slow the game down so much, it's okay to just like activate this and then like cook them. So yeah, there's those. And then your trap cards, your trap monsters, you have 1 Apophis the Serpent, 1 Apophis Swamp Deity, sorry, 2 Apophis Swamp Deity. And I tried this out today. Before I was playing the Angel Statue. Angel Statue is actually just kind of a little better. And the theory behind this is actually a little weird. So when you end on your full combo and you have Anguish Pattern, you can activate these, but then you block your board, right? So you have too much board space. Like you're suffering in success. So because you've used up all your zones, it's actually better to have Azurin. Because then, like, first of all, what this card does is a little better. Because Detonator is very good, right? But this just being a walking solemn warning can just, like, stop your opponent in their tracks. I had a lot of opponents who, like, didn't really understand how this card worked. So they were, like, making their Malice links, and I would just, like, kill it. And they're like, okay, I'll bring it back. I'm like, no, it wasn't summoned properly. It's like, what do you mean? So, yeah, just having a solemn warning is crazy. And having a solemn warning plus the Omnis is just fantastic. Like, this is a card you have to try before, like, you, like, really have an opinion on it. Because at first I thought, like, Anguish Pattern just reads like it's so much better. But after you play the deck, you realize, like, no, like, Azurin is actually, like, what the deck needs. Like, it is one thing to have infinite pops and disruption. It's an entire other thing to have, like, stopping a summon, basically. Like, the entire board setup with this, so much better. And it being able to get itself off the board is also great. Like, you having to use Anguish Pattern to pop your own cards just doesn't feel good. That's the main deck. I think it's 41. Now let's hop into the extra. 1 Silhouette Hat Rabbit. This is basically what makes the deck go. You can just, like, turn a lot of your combo pieces into this card. And then just helps you make... Like, this deck has, like, the craziest half boards. This deck can just, like, do so much. It beats all the Charmies because you don't have to play into them. You can just turn your deck into a trap deck for 1 turn and then do, like, an entire combo after. And this card lets you do it. So, yeah, this card is, like, the MVP. Next is the Fiendsmith package. 1 Requiem, 1 Sequence, 1 Moon, 1 Agmon These are all the links. So this should be a second Requiem. Requiem is so good in this deck because, like, you're basically just playing, like, pure Fiendsmith with, like, the other package, right? So, like, there was a game today where if I had the second one of this, I would have won. And it just lets you do, like, a lot, like, bigger, better combos. You don't want to, like, lose to, like, a random, like, crow of this or, like, them getting rid of this in any way. Having this card is very important, and I think playing 2 is just above anything else so much better. So yeah, I think these links were perfect. For the random other links, I'm playing 1 Lina, 1 SP, and 1 Moon. This was something I wanted to try out today. I played this at the regional, or I think this was like one of my flex spots at the regional. But yeah, I don't think this card really came up. SP Little Knight is crazy. Lina is so that like if you're ever in like a mirror, you can just like take their stuff and just start going off with their Fiendsmith stuff. That would also make a second Requiem better. Yeah, I also, honestly, this card could have been a Typhon. I don't think Typhon's the best card this format, but Typhon in this deck in particular is very good because like you can turn this deck into a trap deck and you lose 2 cards like Detonator very easily. And being able to turn this into a Typhon is just like God mode. Like just being able to play under everything, it's fantastic. Next are on to the fusions. You play 1 Necroquip Princess. This card is like kind of the MVP in this deck. I just kind of end on this half the time when they like hand trap me fully. And since like I play like so many hand traps like Bell and stuff, I just get like free draws. If my opponent starts doing any of their hand stuff, I get free draws. This card's crazy. Duke of Demise. This lets you do combos because this deck is kind of normal summon reliant, right? Because like you have Man with the Mark, you have the Fiendsmith card. So if you open up a hand where it's a Fiendsmith monster and a Man with the Mark access, which sounds like it wouldn't come up that much, but like the hands come up a lot more than you think it would. This lets you do both combos and end on like the God board. 1 Divine Serpent Apophis. This card is like nuts. This is like a Trident that also just like lets you reset all your guys. It's a great end board piece. It lets you reset your engine. Honestly, I wish I could play more of this card. Like, this is one of the dumbest cards I've ever seen printed. 1 Desiree. Desiree was MVP all day. You basically, when you play this deck like a trap deck and you have this, you basically have like 3 Desiree negates. Like, because you have this one and then you have the 2 Apophis. Card's insane. You can just like end on this half the time and you like have 1. Rex Tremende. I thought this was the perfect deck to try this out in. It did not come up as much as I wanted it to. I saw King of Flames playing this in his live twin deck, and I wanted to try the same thing. Didn't come up, but hey, it is what it is. 1 DDD Wave High King Caesar. Deadass, if you play this deck like a trap deck, you can just end on this, and then you can have the trap monster set, and like nothing can beat it, because all the cards that beat this just lose to the trap monsters. And then 1 Chaos Angel. This card is the MVP in this specific version of the deck. I'm playing Bestials. I'm playing Lacrima. Again, you're playing a trap deck. So it's okay to end on a monster like this that's spell and trap, like, reliant, right? Like, if it's, like, not being able to be touched by monsters, you can play this deck like a Towers deck. Just sit on this for a couple turns, and then just start cooking through your opponent's board with the rest of your engine. I know it sounds weird. It sounds pretty slow. But, like, you have to play to your deck's own win con. And this can just be one of this. Like, having a boss monster with trap cards is fantastic. Like, it just is old school Yu-Gi-Oh! That's the extra deck. There should be probably a second Typhon. Well, there should be a Typhon and a second Requiem in here, which you can just probably cut the Rex Tremende, and you can cut the Closed Moon. Next is the side deck. Triple Lancia. Double Crow. This card has been really good in testing, and at the last regional, that was like probably one of the best cards. This is another card I think you should test out for Nats. Double Meows. Double Perulia. This was for siding patterns. I probably wish these would have been up to 3 each. 1 Feather Storm and 2 Lightning Storm. Oh, sorry, Feather Duster and double Lightning Storm. These cards were fantastic. Against Mitsurugi, you can just kind of blow up their back row, then just like have fun into them. You can then like play this deck into it. It's very, very fine. And then 1 Warning and Double Judgment. This should have just been Triple Judgment. I couldn't find my 3rd Judgment. Some other cards you can probably play in this deck are continuous traps like Imperial Iron Wall. That card in this deck is fantastic. But yeah, here was the list. There's a lot of things I wish I could change in here, and I will be changing. I'm going to be playing this deck a little bit more often at locals. If you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, just let me know in the comment section down below. I will be playing this deck. I'm also going to be more available on this channel. I'm going to be posting more meta-analysis. I'm going to be posting more videos of just me having conversations now that I have more free time, and I'm testing more for nationals. So yeah, if you guys want to see more Man with the Mark, let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know what other rogue decks you guys would like to see me play. I have most rogue decks. I play a lot of them in my spare time. I just don't take them to locals. So if you guys want to see my approach to everything, just let me know. And yeah, if you guys watched to the end of this video, just let me know that you like having this man in your hand. So yeah, peace out, y'all.